moderate Republican, liberal Republican, or Democrat? Question 2.
All right.
You plan on voting in 2022 midterm elections?
So we're gonna send Lindsey Graham in first, and then we're gonna send Donald J. Trump in second.
How do you plan on casting your vote?
Lindsey Graham, United States Senator.
Or by mail? What age category below applies to you? 36 to 50.
Dear Mr. Gallier, a lot has happened in our country over the last year, and frankly, not much of it has been good. That's being kind. From dreadful, short-sighted foreign policies decisions to economic policies that have increased the price of everything we buy. Joe Biden's presidency has been a disaster for America. One of the things that angers me the most is that Biden administration continues to take credit for President Trump's successes, while blaming him for the failures of the radical left agenda. My mission is to help Republicans pick up at least one seat in the United States Senate to win back the majority. Bring the Biden agenda to an abrupt halt and stop this tragedy from unfolding any further. As you know, December 31st marks the end of this long and difficult year and the beginning of a new opportunity for us to return common sense to our nation's capital. December 31st is also an important deadline for fundraising as we close the books of 2021 and look forward to the conservative victories we can make possible in 2022. There's no doubt in my mind that the Democrats' year-end fundraising totals will be staggering. The most of the top contested races, millions of dollars from powerful liberal special interest groups, will help the Democrats significantly outraise our Republican candidates. Mr. Gallier, I'm doing everything I can to fill the void and support critical Senate races through our Reclaim the Majority project. You've always been there for me when I needed you, so that's why I'm asking you to mail in a personal contribution of $25, $40, or $50 today. Please know that I wouldn't make this request so close to the holidays if we didn't really need it. Thank you for being a loyal and trusted friend and supporter. I pray that you and your family will have a safe, joyous Christmas and holiday season. Sincerely yours. Sincerely, Lindsey Graham. P.S. The Democrats might have a fundraising advantage, but most of the money raising must be spent on defending their indefensible policies. That's why your contribution of $25 or more is so important to our success next year. Thanks again, LG. Paid for by Team Graham INC. President Donald J. Trump, Wednesday morning. Dear fellow patriot, I would like you to join me in supporting the Republican National Committee's RNC efforts to win back the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate in the critical 2022 midterm elections. I am working with the RNC because I know firsthand that the RNC provides more training, research, voter registration, identification, and direct financial assistance than any other GOP committee. Resources vital to electing Trump Republican majorities to the U.S. Congress. It's all about America first. Most importantly, the RNC is leading the fight to stop the voter fraud in its tracks by defeating the Democrats' federal takeover of elections, hiring an army of elections integrity watchdogs across the country, backing Republican state election reforms that make it easier to vote and harder to cheat. Free and fair elections are the bedrock of our constitutional republic. I hope you join me and do your part to support the RNC in the upcoming elections by sending a 2022 RNC membership contribution of $35 or more in the enclosed pre-addressed reply envelope today. Patriots like you were instrumental in growing our America First movement and played a leading role in helping me restore America's greatness, which is now being destroyed by Biden. The Marxist Democrats, along with their pals in big tech and their allies in fake news media, are doing everything in their power to erase all the gains you helped me my administration achieve and silence the voices of real Americans like you. Under Biden's failed leadership, American reputation is gone. Our borders are broken. Afghanistan surrender and withdrawal was a disgrace. Inflation is rising. Our cultural is being destroyed. And our history of heritage, both good and bad, are being extinguished by the far left. We are now a laughingstock all over the world. We can't let this happen. The only way to stop Biden is to elect Trump Republican majorities to the U.S. House and U.S. Senate in November. Please stand shoulder to shoulder with me and the RNC by making a gift of $35, $50, $100, $250, $500, $1,000, $2,900, or whatever you can, $2,900, or whatever you can to afford to activate your 2022 RNC membership and help elect Republicans up and down the ballot who will work to protect your freedoms and your rights against the radical socialist communists who are hell-bent on ruining our country. Page 2. Joe Biden is destroying America. His policies have created a living national nightmare. He surrendered our energy independence, sabotaged the economy, surged violent crime, caved to China, crushed our citizens instead of the virus, created a single greatest humiliation in our history, and a disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, and left a wide open border to deadly drugs, vicious crime, and unlimited illegal immigrations at home. Now Biden and his far-left puppet masters want the federal government to take over elections, limit your First and Second Amendment rights, and raise your taxes to pay their ever-expanding socialist welfare. Poll after poll shows that voters do not support the direction Biden is taking our nation. And my polls are at an all-time high, perhaps because of the horrible job he is doing. Americans are realizing we can't afford the far left's tax and spend, freedom-destroying wish list that we must have checked and balanced to the Democrats' unfettered power. But aided by the fake news media, and the Biden Democrats have free rein to mislead voters in nightly news, daily newspapers, and social media with their anti-Republican message. The RNC is leading the way to stop the Democrats' left-wing agenda by electing Republican candidates up and down the ballot, committed to limited government, lower taxes, individual freedom, and free enterprise. The main principle of America First movement. Everything our movement stands for is on the line in 2022. We won't recognize America if we lose the next election. So please activate your 2022 RNC membership today by spending the contribution of $35, $50, $100, $250, $500, $1,000, $2,900 or more to help elect Trump Republican majorities in U.S. House and U.S. Senate that will fight against big government socialist schemes of the left. Your immediate response will ensure that all our party's candidates will have the resources to win in 2022 and offer Americans the real leadership they deserve and demand. I look forward to hearing back from you and working with you and the RNC to elect Republicans up and down the ballot in November. Please give generously as you can. Sincerely, Donald J. Trump. P.S. Everything you helped me accomplish by putting America first is in danger of being erased by the Biden Democrats as they push America to the far left with their radical socialist agenda. Please join me in supporting RNC efforts to win back the U.S. House and U.S. Senate by sending a generous 2022 RNC membership contribution of $35, $50, $100, $250, $500, $1,000, $2,900, $1,000, or whatever you can afford in enclosed pre-addressed reply envelope. Thank you in advance for continued commitment to our party and cause. President Donald J. Trump. I'm going to squeeze Ron Romney in here. Republican National Committee 2022 election year. Wednesday morning. Ronna McDaniel. Chairwoman. Dear Mr. Gallagher, it's my great honor to present the 2022 Republican National Committee RNC membership card with my gratitude and deepest appreciation for your loyal dedication to our party. God bless the United States of America.